Welcome back to a brand new Rugby World Cup video. Last week we had an epic week of rugby and we had a massive upset. Japan versus Ireland. What an upset that was. Not a lot of people expected Japan to beat Ireland, but wow, what a game Japan played. So that will be our topic for the news today. So straight into the news. So Japan beating Ireland, not a lot of people predicted that happening, and let's give credit to Japan. They played a brilliant game. First and foremost, their defense was outstanding. I think that was key in that game, especially trying to keep Ireland out. Wave after wave, they kept coming at Japan, and they held out with brilliant defense. And then also ball retention, keeping the ball themselves and not giving away possession that easily, basically pinning Ireland in their own half in the 22 area and making it difficult for them to exit, and then from that poor exit executing their game plan to perfection, getting the ball wide and playing a very quick pace game really had an impact on Ireland's fitness, and I think that's what gave Japan the famous victory. It seems like they have a knack for beating teams in green. 2015 they beat South Africa, and then this year they beat Ireland. So it's time to look at the fixtures and my predictions for week number 3. So we have France versus the USA. I believe France will be too good for the USA, and I think they will get the victory over there. Then we have New Zealand versus Canada, and I think New Zealand, world's #1 ranked team, I think that will be too strong for Canada. Georgia versus Fiji. Georgia not having a bad World Cup themselves, and then Fiji, they are not playing up to their potential, but I believe Fiji will bounce back and get the win over Georgia. Then we have Ireland versus Russia. I think Ireland will be keen to get a win behind their name after that famous loss to Japan. I saw that Johnny Sexton is back in the lineup, so yeah, I think Ireland will be too good for Russia. Then we have an interesting clash between South Africa and Italy. An important matchup for both teams looking to get the win. So for South Africa, a key player, Cheslin Colby, the Springboks need to get the ball in that guy's hands. He is in great form at the moment. So South Africa will be looking to dominate that set piece and then lay a nice platform for the backline guys to work from, and then obviously get the ball in Cheslin's hands so that he can score tries. Then Italy, I think they'll be going for upset this weekend. They'll try to upset South Africa, and if they do so, they stand a good chance to make it through to the quarterfinals. So their key player will be Tommaso Allen, the fly-off. He will be orchestrating things from that number 10 pivot position, leading the guys, the forwards and the backline players. They've really improved on their attack so much from in the past where they were more set piece orientated and forward play orientated. So yeah, they'll be looking to create some opportunities to score tries. My prediction though is that South Africa will be too strong. I know that Russia has picked the strongest team possible for the weekend, and he has picked more forwards on the bench than usual, only going with 2 backline players on the bench. So I think we'll try to dominate them up front, and I believe South Africa will get the win. Then we move on to Australia versus Uruguay. Australia lost to Wales, and I think they'll be looking to bounce back. Getting a victory over Uruguay will do some good for the team's morale. Then we move on to a big clash, England versus Argentina. They are in the pool of death, and I think this is a key matchup for England as well as for Argentina. So for England, key player Billy Vunipola, he will be looking to smash that ball up, gain a lot of running meters, go forward ball for the England backline to work from. They like to use their set pieces, the scrums, lineouts, and use that platform to attack from, especially with some cool strike moves from their backline guys. And then Owen Farrell, the captain, I'm not sure if he will be playing on fly-off or in the inside center position, but I can guarantee you that he will be a key player for the team. Argentina, they need to get a win against the English to keep their hopes alive of making it through the pool stage. Key players will be their captain leading that forward pack. The Lucy's and the Eighthman, they need to stand up. They need to make some big runs Defensively, they need to be good, and they need to disrupt that English rucks. Defense will be key. They will need to shut the English down. The English backline guys are very dangerous, as well as their forwards. They have a good pattern of play, so the Argentina side, they need to defend well, and they can't allow the ball to get into the outside channels. Then I'm not too sure if Nicolas Sanchez will be starting that game, but if he does start, he needs to step up. He didn't have a good game against France, and in this big clash, you need your 10 to step up, your general on the field. He needs to step up and, you know, guide his forward back as well as his back line. My prediction for that game will be that England will be just too good. Owen Farrell, Billy, and then Eddie Jones, the mastermind, I think they will be too good for Argentina, and they will get the win. Then Japan versus Samoa. Japan, the upset kings. I think they will just build on this momentum, so Japan for the win. Then we have New Zealand versus Namibia. I believe New Zealand, again, too strong. They have a great unit of players and leadership group, and I think they will be too good for Namibia. Then we have France versus Tonga. France so far playing some good rugby. They will just need to build on that momentum. So for me, France with the win. And there you have it, guys. That's your fixtures for this week and my predictions. Please let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts? What are your predictions for this World Cup? Thank you guys for watching this week's Rugby World Cup video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for many more videos like this. I hope you guys enjoy this week's rugby. Peace out.